welcome back. Happy 2026. I hope that you're well. I hope you had a beautiful holiday time, and that you were able to ring in 2026 with all the joy and happiness and all of that. I hope that your last couple days of 2025 moving into 2026 have been blessed. So we are on to the first full week of 2026. This reading will be from the 5th of January to the 11th of January. And yeah, as always, may all messages be for the highest good of all involved, with harm to none. All right, loves, let's get into it. So if you're new here, I'm going to get a card out for Monday to Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be one card, and I will break down the energy and we'll go from there. All right, let's go. Some messages for the collective spirit guides. What do they need to know for this first full week of 2026? Need some energy for Monday, please. What's the energy for Monday? We have two cards, the Magician and the Three of Swords. So the Magician, which card was on top? I don't even remember. Was it the Magician? I don't know. For some reason, my mind is leaning towards the Magician energy. So I'm going to use that as our main card. Tuesday's energy. And the Magician has been showing up in these readings quite often. Is this trying to come out? Make it clear, please. That was the Three of Wands, I think. Can we have Tuesday's energy, please? We have the Three of Cups. Magician, Three of Swords, Three of Cups. Wednesday's energy, please, spirit guides. Too many. Can I have Wednesday's energy, please? One card for Wednesday. One card for Wednesday, please. All right, Six of Discs. Thursday. Eight of Cups. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, please. Thank you. We have the Hierophant. Okay. The Magician. The Three of Cups. The Six of Discs. Eight of Cups. And the Hierophant. All right, so supporting at the bottom, the foundation of your reading is the Nine of Swords. Okay. Worrying, heavy energies. We have the Ace of Wands at the top of the deck. And at the heart is the King of Cups. All right, so this week, there is a potential for a new energy to come in with the Ace of Wands on the top of the deck, right? It's this sense, a new passion, a new spark, a new momentum could be presenting itself, an opening, a road opening, right? You could be at a crossroads and there is a potential for your pathway to become clear, to know exactly which direction to go in. Because right now, there is this sense of worry, doom and gloom. The Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the foundation of all of this energy for this week, could be a sense of anxiety, worry, very much in the mind. Very much in the mind. You think it, you create it, it creates, you think it, and is this ever expanding energy of dark clouds and heaviness, right? At the heart of all of this, though, is the King of Cups, where you're being asked to connect to yourself, know thyself. That's the word. Those are the words. Know thyself. King of Cups, a highly spiritual card. This is the water energy. So life is not linear. there's all kinds of different ups and downs and turns and twists and plot and all these different plot lines. But the King of Cups relies on spirituality, emotional regulation, nervous system regulation, relying on your spiritual tools to maneuver and to navigate his way through life. So no matter what's thrown at him, at the King of Cups, he is steady. His energy is steady, right? It's also being able to flow and bend and go with it. Just like a boat, right? A boat will ride the waves, because if it's too rigid, then it will fall apart. So you can't be too rigid this week. There needs to be a sense of flow. However, there is some kind of spark coming in that could really light the way for you. All right, so Monday's energy is the Magician. The Three of Swords came out with it. So whatever is driving you on Monday could be based on a sense of sadness or heartbreak or disappointment. It's like whatever is thrown at you on Monday could be the catalyst for you to step into your power. So instead of falling into the sadness and, like, I just saw somebody in quicksand, instead of being pulled into the quicksand of life, you are fighting back. And it's not fighting back with life, it's that you're not being sucked up by your emotions, is that you're not being pulled down into it. There is a sense of, I hold the power, I know who I am, and I'm stepping fully into that. And the energies will continually flow with that infinity symbol over the Magician's head. That life, like I said before, is a series of ups and downs and twists and turns and all kinds of different plot lines that we might not have anticipated when we started out our journey. But we know we know why we're doing what we're doing, what set us on this path, and we know what we're capable of managing, and we know how to flow and flex with that. All right, so that's Monday's energy. Tuesday, we have the Three of Cups. Now, what's so funny is we had the Three of Cups in this position last week. I'm pretty sure the Three of Cups came up in this position. Yeah, it did. The Three of Cups came in this same position the last Tuesday's energy. So Tuesday, Mars Day, for whatever reason, we are being asked to connect with those we love. Connect, maybe support, share, provide for, maybe, maybe you are being called on Tuesdays to connect to your community, to those who need support. Maybe you're the one who needs support, or a sense of community, communion with those we love. Maybe in us connecting with those we love on Tuesdays, because Mars is the day of action and power. Tuesdays ruled by Mars, and Mars is action and power and courage and taking care of business. So maybe in us connecting to those we are near and dear, and those who we trust, perhaps that's how we get our energy to come out of this funk, this Knight of Swords, anxiety and worry, and get our emotional self more balanced, so that we can see the opportunities that life is presenting to us at any point in time. Because if you're very much in a low energy, a low vibrational state, it's very hard to see the goodness of life. It's very hard to be optimistic about the goodness of life, and then you're just repelling. You keep repelling. So Tuesday seems to be a day of communion, community, connecting, love, right? When people come to you, because people could get very spicy on Tuesdays without Mars energy. So when people come at you that way, just move from a place of love, whether that means removing yourself from the space or the situation, or just not reacting how this person wants you to react. Because people, when they're in a certain energies, they want you to be down there. They want you to be on that same energy, so that you can validate their state, their energetic state. And we're not doing that. So Tuesdays is all about the love and the connections. 2 weeks in a row. So Tuesday's energy is the Six of Discs. And this is traditionally, this is a card of being supported or supporting someone, being held up when we need that person to come in and support us, however, or we are doing that for others. In this, on this card, it's the person working with the energies and the spirits that they are assigned to. And in them taking care of those spirits, the spirits are able to then take care of them. Right? So it's an energy of not just taking, but giving. Whatever relationship dynamics, situations you're encountering on Wednesday, there's a message here of flow. It's a give and take. It's a symbiotic relationships. It's not just people who take from you, or you're not just taking from people. So it feels as if it's very important that whatever you do on Wednesday, or what's being brought to the surface on Wednesday, could be a reminder that we don't just show up asking for things. And this might not be people, this could be literally the spirits, as the card dictates, right? We're not just showing up asking the ancestors for things. We only go to the ancestor altar when we want something. We only call on the spirits when we want something. But when it comes to the day-to-day veneration of ancestors, serving them coffee and serving them offerings and putting flowers and acknowledging their energies and their presence and speaking their names on a daily basis, you are you doing these things because it's necessary, not only to support them in giving them the energy they need to help you however they can help you, but it's rude in your normal life to treat your friends and loved ones that way. So why would you treat your spirits and your ancestors and your guides that way, right? So Wednesday is a reminder that we need to serve and give reverence to the energies that walk with us and support us. We must remember them, not only when we need something, but always. Right? Okay. So Thursday is the Eight of Cups. Now, this is so interesting that I said all of that, and here we are with the Eight of Cups energy, and there are offerings at a tree. This person has laid offerings at the bottom of a tree. So Thursday, maybe whatever is happening, where you, for some of you, it feels like Wednesday, maybe you dust off your altar or you refresh the water, or you're like, oh, hang on, let me go to my people after a long time of not doing so. For some of you, maybe you're called on Thursday to give offerings. Thursday, you're being called to give offerings in some way. For some of you, it might not be offerings to ancestors or spirit guides. Maybe it's donations, giving donations. There is a need to do things differently. There's a need to walk away from something that is not giving you the energy that you need. It used to feed you with energy, and now it doesn't in some way. Maybe if there is a pathway that you need to follow, you're not sure of, in connecting to your spirits and your ancestors and the energies around you, you be able to receive clarity which way to go or how to deal with a situation by showing up and connecting. For some of you, there's literally a need for you to go out in nature and connect in nature. Maybe your ancestors connect more clearly when you go out in nature in some way. But it's also about connecting to your roots. So if it's not ancestors, maybe it's going to elders within your family, mentors. There's some kind of what wise energy that you need to seek out in order to determine how to go, how to leave. There's something that you're being asked to leave. And again, it could be how you've been doing things up to this point. Things have to be switched up. So if you've been neglecting your spirits up to this point, that has to change. That has to be shifted. Gotta give them their offerings. so you can receive your clarity, so you can feel like the king of cups, so you can feel balanced and solid, so that this new spark, this new energy, this ace of wands energy can present itself, so you can see it as well. Because it might not be that it doesn't show up, it might be that it's here but you just can't see it because you're in a nine of swords energy, a sense of depression or spiraling. Okay, so when we get to the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the Hierophant. Now I really see how this story is unfolding. Community is a big thing this week. Community, communion, connecting, rituals, routines, established rituals and routines with the Hierophant here. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you could be going back into your spiritual work, going back into your routines, your rituals. Maybe it's, every Saturday you clean your home. Every Saturday you clean your altar. Every Saturday or Sunday or whenever it is, Friday, whatever days you normally do something, you're going back to that energy. You're being called to form routines and rituals, be consistent in them, and create some kind of, or rely on what's established and what is known to be true. So whatever that is for you, your spirituality, for some of you it might be religion, right? Whatever is tried and true. Maybe it's that you are spiritual but you still read your psalms because you see the magic in psalms, and you understand that words are spells, and that a lot of the books in the Bible are just that, right? So when I say religion, understand where I'm coming from. It's not black and white. There's people who do all kinds of different practices all in one. So it could be that, or there's someone coming into your life who is in a sense a mentor, or someone who's supporting you in your spirituality. I'm also well aware that with the Hierophant, this is Taurus energy, and maybe the weekend you're being asked to rest, go slow, do things that you love, eat the things you love, tap into your senses, your sensual self, right? That's Taurus. That's the Venusian side of, or that's how Taurus would express Venus, through the senses. All right, so that's what I am seeing for the week ahead. This Three of Swords energy, don't let whatever disappointments, where people might sabotage you in some way, or however somebody has disappointed you, do not let that make you forget who you are, which is the Magician, more than anything else. So if it's cord cutting rituals, protection rituals, cleansing baths, cleansing rituals, burning a white candle, whatever it is, take your power in your hands to start your week right. Do your money work. Mondays is a great day for your money work. The moon, right? Moon and money, they go hand in hand. Water and money go hand in hand. So maybe on Monday, you are laying down the groundwork. And in you doing some kind of groundwork as the Magician on Monday, it's creating a whole effect where like people, it's like you, and you cleansing, protecting, calling in your money, all of this, it then lightens your energies, and then your community shows up, or you're reminded that you have community. And then you remember, oh, it's not just people, the spirits walk with me, I need to take care of them too. And then on Thursdays, like, oh, let me bring offerings. There's a specific thing that I need to do. Let me do that. Let me walk away from something so that I can walk into what I'm calling in. There's something that I need, that I keep repeating, that I need to let go, and the spirits have guided me to do so, so let me do so. And by the weekend, you are setting, it's like you're now in a position of clarity. You're now in a position to see clearly where you need to go, and you're setting things in place, setting structures and routines in place to carry you through. All right. All right. So I have another deck here. I have my African American deck. I'm going to clarify these cards to get a deeper understanding of what's happening, why we feel the way we feel with this Nine of Swords. What are we being called to walk away from, if that's what they'll show me? Um, and what's happening with the Hierophant, etc. How we can connect with the King of Cups energy better. And I have some oracle cards that I'm going to use to wrap up this reading. If you're interested in seeing that part of the reading, you can check out the link down below for my Patreon. If this is the end of the road and this is goodbye, I hope that y'all have a beautiful week, a beautiful first full week in January. All right, my loves, drop a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Give me a thumbs up. All the love. Show me the love. I'm showing up for you, so show it for me. Remember, Six of Cups, six of this energy. Sorry, and yeah, much love to you, my loves.